You remind their teen to start their homework. They say, okay, but nothing happens. You remind again, calmly and gently, but they go quiet. The deadline gets closer, and suddenly it's last minute panic at 9:17 p.m. And you're sitting there thinking, I know they're capable. So why do they wait until the last minute? Here's the clue that many parents miss. Getting started on something requires a different skill than actually doing it. Think of driving a car. Buckling in and turning the ignition is different from driving once you're on the road. Their brain works the same way. When you remind, you see one step. Their brain sees 10. And when families miss this, they remain stuck. The parent thinks their teen needs to try harder. The teen feels overwhelmed and misunderstood. The parent sees their teen struggling, so they add more reminders, thinking it will help. Then the reminder spiral continues. But once you understand how your teen's brain works, especially if they have ADHD, you realize the solution isn't to push harder. It's to make the first step as simple as possible. I'm Dr. Michael, a pediatrician helping parents of emotionally sensitive teens rebuild connection and confidence without constant reminders. When you remind your teen to do their homework, here's what their brain may be thinking. Wait, what exactly is my homework again? Where did I put it? Do I have a test this week? Maybe I should study first. Oh, my room is a mess. Maybe I should clean that first before studying. And on and on. So even before they start, their brain is overloaded, and it's like standing at the base of a mountain, looking at the peak and thinking, can I really do this? It's too much. I'll do it later. So they delay. We commonly call this procrastination. But what if procrastination isn't laziness? What if it's actually the feeling of overwhelm in disguise? In many cases, procrastination is the brain's way of protecting itself. Protection from frustration, from feeling behind. The feeling of overwhelm goes away, at least a little while. But we know what happens eventually. This is why we make the next tiny step as simple as possible. Here's what this could look like. Take homework as an example. You could say, don't worry about doing all of your homework in one sitting. Let's just focus on getting things set up so you have an easier time starting homework later. What are small steps you can take to get things set up? Similar to climbing a mountain, starting creates momentum. Another example, cleaning their room. There are piles of clothes everywhere. Desk is a mess, trash on the floor. Maybe they call this organized chaos. Either way, the same feeling emerges. Where do I even start? Same thing. We break it down to tiny steps. For example, let's grab a trash bag and just focus on picking up trash. We're not cleaning the entire room, just this one step. Or let's clear this one surface so you have a place to work. In both of these, there is a clear starting point and a defined ending. Their brain knows relief is coming, which makes getting started even easier. And here's the cool thing. Once the starting point and the ending are obvious, momentum often follows naturally. Sometimes they'll keep going. Other times they'll stop and take a break. But that's okay, because getting started is the hardest part, and they got started. So now that they've taken the first step, how do we keep momentum going? It's simple but important. We celebrate any signs of progress, no matter how small. Here are some common scenarios you may relate to. As an adult, if we're asked, do you value being healthy physically, emotionally, and spiritually? We would say, well, yes, of course. We look at our habits and think, you know what? I should be eating healthier. I should exercise more. I should take more time to pray. But we don't always do it because it comes down to one thing. In the moment, we just don't feel like it. We might even tell ourselves, yeah, I procrastinate a lot. It doesn't necessarily mean we're lazy or incapable. We're human. We are wired for encouragement, and your teen is no exception. Progress is a powerful motivator. It's not the only one, but it is powerful. Be your teen's cheerleader in every tiny step they take, because without it, their brain waits for a magical spark of motivation that unfortunately comes at the last minute, which makes them feel even more overwhelmed, and then the emotional and shame spiral continues. Here's why this happens. When a task feels overwhelming, procrastination temporarily relieves that overwhelm. but urgency brings it right back. Consider this loop. If urgency is the only thing that pushes your teen to act, they'll be stuck in pushing things off to the last minute. So parents add urgency with constant and escalating reminders. Teen feels pressure, which makes it even harder to start. And because the teen doesn't start, parents add more urgency and pressure, all with good intention. But this cycle is exhausting, and it doesn't have to be this way. When we lower the barrier to starting, and when we celebrate any signs of progress, we help their nervous system experience momentum early on. And that momentum builds the confidence to take the next steps on their own. Waiting until the last minute isn't a character flaw, and you're not failing them as a parent. You just need better systems rather than endless reminders to help your teen. With the right system in place, you move from managing your teen to guiding them so they grow in confidence and you feel at peace. But without the right system, you end up stuck in the same spiral. Give more reminders, they go quiet. Give more space, last minute panic. And if this pattern feels familiar and you don't want it repeating day after day, I'm building a small parent cohort focused on breaking this cycle at home. Because procrastination doesn't magically disappear when they turn 18. Without better systems, the last minute stress will simply carry over into adulthood. But if you're ready to change the pattern, you can join the waitlist below. You don't have to do this alone. Momentum can start small, but it can start now. Be encouraged, my friend, and I hope to talk to you very soon.